I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Do not let your heart be troubled, nor let it be afraid. Jesus is saying this to his disciples during a time where he's about to die, and that's pretty grim. And he's telling his disciples, do not let your heart be troubled, nor let it be afraid. Keep in mind, they left their families, they left their work, they left everything they knew to follow this one man who's claiming to be the Messiah, and he's about to die. And in that moment, what's probably going through their minds is, did we just leave everything that we ever knew for 3 years? We can't go back to that. We can't just pick up where we left off. It doesn't work like that. There was no plan B. This was our plan A. And if this guy dies, is he even really the Messiah? Is he even really the guy that we were supposed to be following this whole time? Is he even God? And so he says, peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Right now, their world is being rocked and they're not feeling much peace. But if they were to listen to what Jesus was saying, they might feel some peace. He says, I'm going to my Father, and if you knew and if you realized that I told you I'm going to my Father, you would rejoice with me. Because I'm telling you I'm going to my Father, he loves me. And later on in John chapter 17, he prays to the Father and he says, Lord, you love them with the same love that you've loved me. And we see in Matthew chapter 3, after Jesus is baptized, that God says from heaven, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. And so he's saying, hey, you guys don't have to let your heart be troubled here. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be anxious about this. And the reason is because he's coming back. He tells them that very plainly during these last few hours that he's with them. He tells them very plainly that I'm going to my Father. And before that, he says,
that's Amanda.
I'm going to
Chloe, that was Amanda.
I'm going to heaven to prepare a place for you. And if I'm going to prepare a place for you, I'm telling you that, all right? I'm telling you that because I'm telling you I'm going to come back to receive you unto myself. So that's a promise. And I got to tell you, with all the stress that's going on in the world right now, okay, everything that's going on in the Middle East, all right, COVID, no one likes that still. There's so much turmoil, so much hatred, so much strife going on, so much division between this, that, and the other thing, that peace sounds pretty good right about now. And the kind of peace that the world gives you is temporary. It's based on circumstances. There's always another storm coming around the corner. In fact, tomorrow night it's going to rain. I hope you have your umbrellas. There's always a storm coming. That's what life is. There's good times and there's bad times. And Jesus doesn't promise us that there will never be a bad time. Jesus never says that if you trust in me and you believe in me, there will never be another storm. But rather, he says, if you build upon the foundation that I'm telling you about, when the storm comes, you won't be rocked. When you lose your job because of something that happened that was unfair, you won't be rocked. When you lose a family member that you held on to so dearly, if you build upon the foundation that Christ has presented, you won't be rocked. If your wife leaves you, you won't be rocked because you've built upon the foundation. If your child dies, you won't be rocked because of the foundation that you built upon Jesus. You can put any number of things in the blank there, and if you're thinking, that really sounds nice, but I'm not feeling it right now. It's not based on a feeling. Emotions come. The disciples right now, they are wigging out. All right? Jesus goes on later in the Garden of Gethsemane, a place that he went to often to pray, right before he was about to be crucified, and he's asking the Father, he's saying, God, I know what you want from my life, and it's hard. And Lord, if there's any other way, if this could happen, please make it happen. But not my will, but yours be done. And in the Gospel according to Luke, it looks like he's sweating blood. I don't know if you know what that's like. I don't know what that's like. I don't know what it's like to sweat blood. That's got to be physically painful, not just emotionally stressful, but physically painful. Not just that, but exhausting if you're losing blood like that. Jesus, the Son of God, who is 100% man, 100% God, is feeling it right before he's about to die. And he's telling his disciples, hey, you don't have to be troubled about this because I'm coming back, because you can believe in me. If I go, I prepare a place for you. And if I'm telling you that, I'm coming back to receive you unto myself. And ladies and gentlemen, the good news is you can have Jesus right now in that. No matter what circumstance that you're facing, no matter what circumstance you can think about, you can fathom, whatever you're going through right now, you can have that. You can receive Jesus unto yourself right now and have that relationship with him right now.
It's not a nail.
Build upon that foundation. You take him at his word and you say, you know what? God, I'm not really feeling it right now. My circumstances are not fun, and what's going on is difficult, but praise God,
All right,
I can
relax.
stand because you've given